Sponsored by Winwing Technologies. Introducing the Orion F-16EX HOTAS. Also available as separate joystick and throttle sets, or the stick and throttle grip components.
Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. For about a year now, you guys have been requesting if we can do a BVR match that's beyond visual range PvP in 5th gen jets, modern stealth fighters. I've been putting it off because there's no such thing really as BVR with modern 5th gen jets because they can't see each other with their radar. So it's just going to be kind of like two blind men running around until they eventually bump into each other. So I deferred it, but finally I've given in and we're going to do it. So we've got a battle area of about 50 nautical miles by about 30 nautical miles on the western side of Cyprus. On one side, this guy's going to be here, the Su-57 Felon. On this side, the F-22 Raptor, both modern 5th gen jets. Let's just compare them with each other. The Raptor is going to be equipped with 6 AIM-120D modern AMRAAMs in its belly combat bay here. And in its side pods here and here, it's going to have 2 AIM-9X Sidewinder Block 2. The Su-57, the best configuration we think we could find was this. These are the stations that are hidden, so it can run them in stealth mode. Don't worry about these pylons, they won't actually be there in the mission. In the ACM stations, we've got 2 R-73 Lemurs, modern archers. In the belly bay here, we've got 4 RVV AEPD. My understanding, it is a modern variant of the R-77 Adder. It's the Russian equivalent of the modern AIM-120D. As far as we can see, it's a Fox 3 type missile. In terms kinematically, these planes are very similar to each other. They go about the same speed, accelerate about the same, turn roughly about the same, and so on. Not that that's going to make much of a difference in a BVR fight anyway. Weapons are about equivalent each other, about the same range and so on, but the Raptor can carry an extra 2 missiles, remember, in its stealth configuration. So it's mainly going to be about tactics and sensors. At least in DCS, we have only one offensive sensor in the F-22, and that's its AESA radar, which of course becomes completely useless because this jet here is stealthy. Well, they're both stealthy. We've set all 4 of the 5th gen jets in DCS, that's the F-22, the Su-57, the J-20 and the F-35 variants, to a radar cross-section maximum of 0.01 meters squared. That's about the size of a small human fist or a bird. We couldn't find any reliable information out there on any of these planes as to what they actually are, so we've assumed they're all about the same and of that size. With that RCS in mind, we can see each other with an airborne fighter radar at about 5 miles, which is basically pointless because we're already way on top of them and firing guns pretty much at that range. So in terms of radar, the radar is therefore nullified. The Su-57 has a similar radar, again completely nullified. It does have one extra sensor though, an electro-optical sensor, or an IRST, or a FLIR you could call it. It's an infrared passive sensor. It goes out to about 30, maybe 40 miles, and it looks for the heat of the other aircraft. That is not nullified by stealth, and it can see the heat of the F-22. The F-22, in-game at least, does not have that type of electro-optical sensor. So that's one massive advantage to the Su-57. Both aircraft in-game have modern RWRs, radar warning receiver, which allows them to pick up the radar emissions of the other jet. Although, that said, neither of these planes are going to have their radars on anyway because they can't see each other, so the RWR will also be nullified. So at the end of the day, what we've got here is aircraft that have pretty much nullified each other. And therefore, we're taking it all the way back into World War II type visual fights, where you look for the hostile in the sky with your eyes. If you kind of bump into them and find them, then you attack them. You get to within about 5 miles where your radar will work, and you're probably going to fire a radar guided missile or maybe a heat-seeking missile. It's going to be a really weird way of fighting. We've never tried it before, and we don't expect it's going to work very well, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, we've got this big area here which we must stay in, or very close to stay in. That's to make sure that we can find each other eventually. We won't be able to see each other on any kind of cheap map or anything like that, so we'll have to literally find each other by seeing, and that's it. I'm going to start off in the Raptor. Simba will start off in the Su-57. You've got a slight advantage, Simba, in that you have an EO system, although obviously I'm going to tactically nullify that. But any predictions from you?
I'm pro-NATO, so go F-22.
Tim will
I also
lose.
pull for myself.
Right, we'll see how it goes. Stand by. Okay, valued viewers, here we go for our first run. I have no idea what's going to happen. We're just going to play it by ear. Simba, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm going to turn you off, Mike. Okay, Simba's now off mic, guys. First thing I'm going to do, he's just turned his radar on. I'm not going to mess with that because I know he's got the best sensors here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pretend I'm a warbird and do my warbird thing, which is to get low. I need to get my RWR up. RWR there. Okay, he's not got his radar on at the moment. I don't want my radar on, obviously. I do want to be in BVR mode. I know he's over there somewhere, obviously, but where, I don't know. Now, he's got, like I said, he's got the best sensors here. He's got the electro-optical. I don't. So I've got to hide the heat of my engine. That means going on low RPMs and going low, disguising it against the ground. It's the best I think I've got. Otherwise, I've just got to look up and try and find him. Like I said, it's a 30 by 50 mile area, so one way or another, we should bump into each other. It's really whoever's got the best eyes here. I'm not going to lie, I'm not very blessed in that department, but a moment's notice I can switch to a combat mode, either ACM or BVR. Right, so I'm on a low amount of thrust, Mark 0.6, looking around. I'm going to guess he's doing the same. I'm going to guess he's got the sense to go low, although it is Simba, so you never really know. Now what I can do, as soon as I think I see him, is fire an AMRAAM without a radar lock, because I won't get a radar lock, obviously. I can fire it what we call Mad Dog. Oh, let me just make sure we've turned each other off on map, because I've got slightly worried. We haven't turned each other off on map.
Com check, good.
I apologise, I forgot to turn the F10 map off. We're going to have to get out the server, we'll try again. Right, version 2. 3, 2, 1, and unpause. Let's try that again, shall we? Excuse me. Oh, he's turned his radar on. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I know where he is. I know he's over there somewhere. That's all the RWR is going to tell me at the moment anyway. Master arm on. BVR mode engaged. Fire control radar on but not on. And that's telling me where he is. Which is a nice little trick. I don't know why he's left his radar on. I think he might be trying to lead me into a trap or something. He can't see me though. Not with my radar cross section, he can't see me. He's turned his radar off, okay. He was probably trying to figure out where... No, I don't know why he would have turned it on actually. Okay, we can use the map. So Bullseye is where he's going to be. So let's head to Bullseye and hope for the best, I guess. Like I was saying before, I was rudely cut off. I can fire I can Mad Dog an A120D into his rough area without turning my radar on, and it will actually track him. When it goes pitbull, it turns its own radar on. It will find him if it's close enough, you know, within kind of 5 miles or something. And one annoying bug that I need to get fixed on this plane here is I can't zoom in very much. Do you see the zoom in like that? That's as far as I can zoom in, which means spotting him is going to be a real problem. In fact, I'm probably looking forward to the Su-57 more because I'll be able to zoom in more, which is probably my best tool, is the pilot's eyes when you have a 5th gen versus a 5th gen at the end of the day. Like I said, no one's going to be stupid enough to turn their own radar on. So concentrate on keeping cool, as in the engine cool, not me, and concentrate on looking for the bad guy. Okay, mental note, next time make sure you clean your screen. My screen is covered in flies and crap. Okay, Bullseye is on the 11 o'clock. Now this is my worry, valued viewers. If we're doing this honestly, you know, not scripting it, just doing it, I'm worried that realistically these planes will never find each other, because that's what they're designed to do. Never find each other, or never be found, should I say. So this is why I didn't want to do this video for you, because it's basically going to be an hour of us going around in circles, never seeing each other. As you're about to see here. I'm afraid you're not going to have a very good video. I just heard a sonic boom. That's Simba. I heard a sonic boom. That means he's within about 5 miles of me. Where are we? I'm pretty much in Bullseye. Where is he? Get rid of that bloody mouse cursor. You know what? This is going to actually be which aircraft runs out of fuel first. God, the stealth is just too good on them. I'm heading north. Okay. We're definitely near each other because I heard his sonic boom. Not quite sure why he's going supersonic, but he is. There he is! Jesus Christ! Sidewinder! Missile out. I'm within range to lock. Missed. 4 miles. Firing. I lost him. Where are you, Simba? I saw him. I can't zoom in enough. Got him. Fox 3. Fire, you stupid missile. Fox 3. Ah, I lost him. Radar lock again. I've mad dogged one. He's here. I don't know if you saw it, but he's here. I've lost him. Where did he go? Man, I would love to cheat right now. Simba, we're not allowed to use F5. I'm just saying, we're not allowed to use F5. Confirm?
Confirm.
There he is! There he is! Come on, you bucket! Oh, he's just gone behind that hill. Okay, I'm not going to lie. It's actually a bit more exciting than I thought it was going to be. There he is. He's gone high. That's a stupid thing to do, Simba.
Shoot.
He's dead. He's well within range. His stealth's not going to be effective. And 120D in the face! I'll take it. I was all done fair and square, Simba. Fair and square. Let's do a rematch back to spectators.
Did you actually get me on radar?
No, I found you visually. Your plane is massive. It has a massive kind of silhouette. And so it was only 1 pixel, but I still saw it. We just ran into each other like a couple of warbirds fighting, exactly like I thought it would go. 3, 2, 1, go. First blood to the Raptor, guys. Like the valued viewers are saying on the stream, I guess you can't read that, but they're saying it's basically taking it back to old school dogfighting, you know? Who can see each other first? I've had a chance to redo my track IR, so I'll be able to look round better. Down we go. Let's get everything prepped. That's me set up. Let's head towards Bullseye. 50 miles away, so no threat at the moment. Basically due south. Let's go, go, go. Find a nice ravine. Going the same way as last time. Now, one interesting comparison. I mean, myself and Simba have probably got about the same skill level of, you know, fighting, roughly. You know, both slightly above average, I suppose you call us. He's using VR. I'm using non-VR. Which would be better for this kind of scenario, VR or non-VR? I'm not really sure. Now, I know I can zoom in like that, whereas some VR users can't zoom in. I would really struggle without that ability to zoom. So again, within about 5 miles, I can get a radar lock. Right, so let's just do the same thing. Listen for a sonic boom. That's what really gave him away last time. Right, so about 20 miles south. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something different. I'm going to skirt around the edge slightly. He thinks I'm going to be coming from this way. So what I'm going to do is actually skirt around the edge, come in from the east, come in from the west. Oh, I thought I saw her in there for a minute. I think you start to see phantoms after a while. If you haven't noticed by now, valued viewers, I talk a lot when I'm anxious. This is a time of high anxiety. Down in that canyon. Now the mistake he made there when he got shot is he went high. Do you remember to do that reversal? He knew where I was because he could see where my radar lock was. So he went high, and that's where I got him. So the lessons we've got to learn: don't do a high yo-yo. These planes are massive and they give a massive visual silhouette. Trying to get used to the new radio system in game. Takes a bit of getting used to. Okay, so southeast. Come on, valued viewers, you've got to be spotting for me. There he is. I've seen him. I've just saw a pixel moving. You won't be able to see it on the... If you watch the YouTube videos, you won't be able to see it. The compression is too bad. But just... There he is. It's right there, look. And lock and fire. Sidewinder out.
Shoot.
Sidewinder out. AMRAM out. Paced him. There's nothing he can do. I saw him first. That's it. That's 2 out of 2. Well done, Simba. Right, should we swap aeroplanes? Any idea where my RWR is? Because I can't see it and I need it. RWR. Did you have an RWR on yours?
I had tones and it told me where it was coming from. I think it shows up on that MFD on the right.
MFD on the right. Roger. Right, this is going to be trial by fire, I guess. Alright, Simba, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, and pause. Okay, valued viewers, this is going to be a trial by fire. On the plus side, look, I can zoom in loads. Right, so I want radar off. So let me just get my radar off. Check. I want my EO on. That's weird. My EO doesn't work. So there it is. EO on. Right. Oh, got him already. Look. No, I haven't. Dodgy symbology. He's right there anyway. I've got my AEPD set. I'm guessing that is sort of my RWR, even though I don't understand it at all. We're pretty much going to do this visually again anyway. I don't think he's stupid enough to fly high with loud engines. I would pick him up on EO2 easily. That said, it's important not to be distracted to try and stay up high. Staying up high is definitely a death sentence. So on that note, down we go. Let me know if you can see him. I can't. Don't really need to go low throttle, he doesn't have an EO system anyway. I think he's going to follow my idea of going this way. So I'm going to see if I can head him off here. It's really going to be who sees each other first and who knows their plane better. Which is problematic because I don't know this at all. But make sure flares work. Oh, hopefully you won't see this. Flares do work. Good. I've got my radar off. Yep, double check radar is off. There's windmills, that's quite cool, right? Right, I suppose we better find where we are. We are... Oh, we're miles away. Look, I haven't been anywhere. Right, I'll probably turn north now. One disadvantage Simba had is that this is very flat terrain on the Sukhoi side, look. Whereas it was very hilly terrain on the Raptor side. So that's one advantage of the Raptor in this fight, I think. Oh, let's try not to stall the aeroplane. Where are we? Miles to go, northeast. Start heading in towards Bullseye now. I think it's become apparent that we naturally gravitate to Bullseye. I just picked up his radar. Problem is, I don't know where the RWR is on this jet, so it's not actually going to help me. Which is a problem. Anyone out there knows where the RWR is? Please tell me. Because he just pinged me with his radar. Oh, there he is. Oh, poor old Simba. I almost feel sorry for him. Fire. Why won't the missile fire? Why won't the missile fire? Oh, come on. What is that all about? What is... an aeroplane? I've got him bad to rights and there's nothing. The missile won't fire. Let me try a different missile. What a shitty aeroplane. Right, he's dead. That was easy. I got an archer out in the end. The missiles just wouldn't fire. I don't know why. Oh, come on, Simba. Die. No, he's dodged my missiles. Right, going in for guns. Yeah, got him. He was... Simba can't do this. He's up flying high again. You know, it's so easy to beat him. Okay, mental note. The R-77s don't work in this mod.
Good kill.
Well done, Simba. We'll do one more and then we'll draw a comparison. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to win this without trying to be big-headed. I just don't think Simba's any good at this kind of thing. Kind of situational awareness, old-school warbird fighting, basically. You know, hugging the terrain, and it just doesn't seem to understand it. Which, you know what, works for me. Why didn't my radar-guided missiles work? I have no idea. I don't really care. The archers are perfectly good. So we're just going to stick with archers this time. So, BVR on. Plus, I'm not very good in the flank. I can't really remember how to use it, as you're probably aware from watching. Okay, I've got a 73 selected now, so I should be able to do better this time. Go big, PACFAR, whatever it's called nowadays. I don't know. Can't keep up with it. We just don't know. Excuse me. I'm going to go a slightly different way this time. So when you're doing this type of fight, I mean, I can just tell you how I do it. You may do it slightly differently. The way I do this type of fight is you've got to minimize the hostile's ability to spot you first. The guy who spots the other guy first wins every time, basically. So the lower you are and the higher he is, because of the line of sight and whatnot and the ability to spot someone up against the sky, it's just going to be superior if I can keep as low as I can, really hug that terrain. I've learned that over, you know, my 6-7 years or whatever I've been doing this for now. The lower you go, the better you survive. Assuming the other guy hasn't got his radar, obviously. You know, this won't work in a 4th gen fight, because he would just be up there in a Tomcat with his Org 9 and he would find me easily. So, but in a visual fight, which is what this is at the end of the day, isn't it? Visual with radar guided for the last 5 miles. Yeah, it does. It takes years to learn DCS. It really does. The more you do it, the quicker you learn at the end of the day. Anyway, I best stop yapping, because I can't look and yap. Surely no one can look and yap. Visual combat is usually said to be about 10 miles, but it depends on all sorts of factors. What the visibility of the day is, how big the aircraft are and so on, what kind of terrain. I wonder if Simba's doing something different this time. On the plus side, I'm glad we find each other anyway. I was slightly worried that we just wouldn't find each other. So it is more exciting than I thought it was going to be, at least. Right, we're pretty much bullseye now. And he's probably going to be here, so first one to spot him, I guess, gets a prize. Whenever you go over a ravine like this, always go down with the ravine rather than staying at the same level. Head on a swivel. You know that saying, head on a swivel? That means you constantly look left and right and behind you. You never really stop. Right, I'm over the bullseye mountain. And he's not here. Look at him learning. Simba, you dear. The funny thing is, even things like camouflage paint actually become useful in fights like this. You know what? I always say a white aeroplane is actually hardest to spot. I've had that confirmed by a couple of real pilots now, that a white aeroplane is hardest to spot against the ground. I don't know why that is. And a black aeroplane is easiest to spot. Let me know what you think anyway. But however, this is not the same as thing in real life. The optics don't work, obviously, like it does in real life, in terms of what's easiest to spot. Although, that said, the pilot was talking about real aircraft. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Why aren't all aircraft white? Something to do with the way it reflects light or something, I can't remember. It's playing a dirty game this time, guys. Slightly worried about running into trees where in the shadow. It's really hard to see the trees in the shadow. One thing I need to get... I need to ask them to fix that. The dark, I find, is too dark in DCS. The light, I think, is about right, but the dark is too dark. You can't see the highlights of the trees like you would in real life. That's what I think, anyway. Okay, I'm starting to lose my patience now. I'm sitting over bullseye, and there is no Simba here. There's absolutely no Simba. I wish I could see a screen to see where he was. Wouldn't that be fun? Follow the contour of the hill as best we can. In armour, in infantry, they call it skylining. You don't want to skyline. It's the worst thing you can do. It's what Simba's been doing. That's why I've been picking him up. He's been skylining, and I think he's stopped now, which is probably why we can't find each other. Because neither of us are skylining. Either that or he's doing something different. I might ask him just to make sure he's... Can I just check you're not at like 20,000 feet or something, Simba, before we carry on?
Oh, I'm above 20,000.
You're high?
Yep.
Okay, I'm coming. Right, turns out he's up high. Right. Well, that explains why we can't find him, valued viewers. We need a change of tactics. I'm going to put my EO on, which I've already got on, in fact, and we're going to go look for him. Oh, Simba. Oh, Simba. Note how I can tilt my electro-optical system up and down. So I've tilted it fully up, and I'm trying to find him. Pasting the sky. We're probably merged with each other in this... over this mountain somewhere. Oh, Simba, where are you? Right, he said he's above 20,000. So what does that mean? He's up at 40,000? Right, well I can use my engines because he doesn't have electro-optical. I'm just hearing from the stream the Raptor is going to get an electro-optical system in its next set of upgrades. So that should be interesting. Oh, there he is. Hello, Simba. That kind of gave you away, mate. Didn't it? Poor old Simba, he does try, bless him. I've locked onto his heat here, by the way, my radar's off. He has no idea that I'm coming. He has no idea that I'm coming. In fact, I might even do a sneaky. Let's try and get a gun skill. Sneaky Simba!
Launch authorized.
He's gonna see me, he's gonna see me, he's gonna see me, shoot! I won't shoot. Oh, this plane. I swear this plane drives me nuts! Dogfight. We both evaded each other's missiles. There he is. Okay, chill. I don't know why my missiles didn't fire. Any advice is now welcome. Right, just watch and defend. Watch and defend. Locked. Okay, he's lost me visually because Simba. Have I got my missiles? Yes, I have. Right, please fire. Please. Why won't they fire?
Launch authorized.
I can't. Whatever I do, I can't get them to fire. It's really frustrating.
Launch authorized.
Yes, I think they fired. God, that was ridiculous. Gotcha. Punching out. Gotcha, Simba. I saw you up there. Obviously, you were conning, which is a bit stupid. I came up. I was going to try and fly in formation with you, so you look round and see me, but you spotted me just at the last minute, which is funny. And then dogfight ensued. So it was just like we thought it was going to be, Simba. There was no radar. My electro-optical system didn't help me at all. I had my BVR EO on all the time, but I never saw you once. Everything I did on that was visual, spotting you visual. I was just hugging the dirt, and I just kept seeing you and shooting you down at 5 miles, turning my radar on and shooting you down at 5 miles. Had all sorts of problems getting the weapons out on that bloody Sukhoi thing, but, you know, luckily I managed to dodge your missile and stuff like that. There's not much to say. It's exactly like we thought it was going to be. It's kind of a bit boring, and then suddenly it just, you know, you get a 3-second fight at the end of it, which is okay, I suppose.
Yep. I forgot to turn the ACS to override for that first engagement. So when we got into that turn fight, I'm like, I'm losing this turn fight. I shouldn't be losing it. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, I kind of got tired of, like, so I went high because I kind of figured, I was like, well, you know, I bet he's seeing me. He's staying high and he's just like peering down and zooming in.
See.
So that's why the fourth go, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay high. And then I put myself to the inland side of our zone so that the sun, maybe I could get you to reflect off the sun. And what you ended up doing in the end, but we were flying around so long, I'm like, you know what, let me just give a telltale. I just jumped up into the cons real quick, you know, because I was like, all right, here's a flare. You kind of know where I am, and hopefully I'll see something coming towards me, which I did.
Because the planes are nullified so much, it's more about the pilot than the plane. To be honest, pretty much just as rather have a Spitfire as an F-22 in this case, because it's so nerfed, because the other guy, because you can't see him. It really is, I mean, you might as well have an F-5 Tiger, do you know what I mean? As a Raptor. It's not really going to make any difference, because its sensors are completely nullified. It's weird how that works like that, but that's it, valued viewers. It's weird doing it like that, but I don't think there's much more to pursue like this. There's other 5th gen planes, but like I said, the plane isn't going to make any difference. You might as well just take a 1950s planes. It'll be just as good. It's all about the human's eyes, and the human who spots the other guy first. Simple as that. Anything to add, Simba Wimba?
Nope. When it comes 5th gen on 5th gen, it's who can see the other person almost visually, which now you're already within that kill box of a certainty of a kill almost. Like your missiles that I dodged early on were just happened to be chance of the right angle, being able to mask with the terrain. But you saw that 4th fight, we were up at the altitude. There was no missing it.
Yeah. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that anyway, and I'll see you later.